Welcome back, guys, to another video on the channel. Welcome back to a new series. Today we're going to be analysing West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 1, and coming up with 5 things that we learned from this game. For more West Ham videos, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. We're very close to 1,700 subscribers on this channel. So the first thing that we learned from yesterday's game, West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 1, was Coufal, and he takes the first green box. For me, Coufal yesterday was absolutely fantastic, and it is 10 games now that he's played for West Ham, and he's been delivering 7 out of 8, 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s in pretty much every game. The only one game that you could probably say that the opposition winger had the upper hand of him was Marcus Rashford in the Manchester United game when they'd done their second half turnaround. But generally, Coufal's been an absolutely fantastic signing for 5 million. Deserved the man of the match. Got a fantastic assist for Haller. And the only concerns that I had with Coufal, judging him on his first 10 games, is what could he do for West Ham, impacting the game in the opposition third, in terms of can he get to the byline, can he put crosses in? And yesterday, he dampened those concerns a lot. He was very good going forward. He provided an outlet. And I think that is due to him being right back instead of right wing back, because being right back he's 5 or 10 yards deeper naturally, where if he's a right wing back, his main job is to get up and support Bowen and as well as defend, but he's already occupying the space because he's that 5 or 10 yards higher up the pitch. So for him just being at right back, he was allowed to run into the space that Crystal Palace left. And for me, Coufal was fantastic going forward, fantastic outlet for West Ham, and he provided a fantastic assist. Now, going into box number 2, and I want to talk about the team spirit regarding West Ham, because I didn't actually speak enough. I haven't really spoken enough about it, but the team spirit of this football club right now is second to none. David Moyes has got a group of players who firstly believe that they can get back into games. And as I said in many videos before, that I feel that this is the first West Ham team since the final year at the Boleyn where I've gone, if we are losing in games, that I feel like we can get back into it. We've seen it already, like Leeds, where we win 2-1. We pick up a draw against Tottenham after we was losing 3-0. We were 3-0 down with 12 minutes remaining. And yesterday we were 1-0 down, but we rolled our sleeves up and we do get the point. Unfortunately, we don't get all 3 points, but Crystal Palace are a tough outfit. So to come from behind, who are very, very good defensively, was fantastic to see. So the team spirit for me right now is second to none, and is something you want to see carrying it into future games. Box number 3, he's got to go to Sebastian Haller. And for me yesterday, it was what we want to see really from Sebastian Haller. Again, he is someone, you put in Haller on Twitter, right, West Ham, you'll see West Ham fans. A lot of the fans just don't like him. A lot of the fans, realise that he's trying, or they don't really like the persona that Sebastian Haller gives. For me yesterday, he was very, very good in terms of his work rate. The first half, he was a little bit quiet, and that was because Crystal Palace, what they did, they were very compact, and they stopped our creative players getting on the ball. And, Crystal Palace are a very, very physical team. Kouyaté, Scott Dam, players of that nature, they're a very physical team, so just playing the ball up to Haller and trying to get around him isn't enough. We tried getting the ball to our creative players' feet, and Crystal Palace nullified those dangers. So to get Haller into the game was very hard because we couldn't get our creative players into the game. But the second half, that goal, which was a fantastic individual goal, essentially we got back into the game because an individual moment of brilliance from Sebastian Haller. And this is someone who's got the technical ability to do that. You can't not be a good player if you've got the ability to score overhead kicks as often as he does. He scored one against Bournemouth last year. He scored one against Watford. He almost scored last week with an overhead kick, and he scored a fantastic overhead kick last night. Now, in terms of work rate, he was working hard. He was putting tackles in. He was trying to intercept balls, and that's just what we want to see from Haller. We want to see him do a little bit more off the ball, work hard for the team, and that's what I feel like he did do yesterday. Whilst he didn't really do much in terms of actually getting involved in the game, as I said, Crystal Palace were fantastic at nullifying our attacking threats. But for me, generally, Haller, he was good last night. A fantastic goal, and hopefully that will give him the confidence leading up to the Chelsea game to maybe push on and score a couple of goals, because I know Antonio is coming back to fitness. Antonio is going to be breathing down Haller's neck. But whilst Haller, for me, whilst he performs like that, he's working hard for the team, he's doing the basics of what David Moyes wants from his strikers and what he generally wants from his team. If he can meet those requirements and then get a couple of goals on top, like the goal he scored last night, then you've got no reason to drop him. For me, Haller was fantastic yesterday in terms of what he actually could do. But yeah, Haller, it was a good performance and a good progression on recent performance. Now, Issa Diop, box number 4. Now, for me, I've seen a lot of criticism, and for me, I'm going to be a little bit critical of him. But I do understand, guys. You know, I do understand, because I had to take down my match reaction video for some reason. It lagged or something. It glitched. It was weird. But anyway, Diop, I do understand. A lot of the comments were, I was being a little bit too critical on Diop in terms of he's not match sharp. He hasn't had a lot of minutes, and I totally understand that. He hasn't had a lot of minutes, but the little basic things that I feel like he should have been doing, like the second half, the first 2 minutes of the second half, he has plenty of time on the ball. Instead of just clipping the ball in the channel, right, he dwells on the ball, and it's only for Coufal that comes around on the cover to intercept a potential Crystal Palace attack. And that, for me, that isn't just down to lack of sharpness. That's just being... For me, that's just being lack of concentration. You just got to get the ball out your feet, clip it down the line. But he had the ball and he was waiting. By the time he actually decided to clip the ball down line, Townsend's come down him. Good tackle, never a foul in my opinion. Let me know if you felt it was a foul. And Coufal was on the cover. Now, also, the goal that we conceded was across from Ward. Benteke gets the wrong side of him, gets a couple yards in front of him, a good header. Fabianski could have done better, granted. But, again, you could have maybe put that down to a little bit of lack match sharpness. It wasn't as sharp as Benteke. Benteke has been playing and has been scoring goals. So Benteke at the moment is full of confidence for Crystal Palace. So arguably then you could have said, right, a little bit of match sharpness. You know, he needs to be able to get up to speed to the Premier League, because he hasn't played a lot of minutes. He did get COVID. Balbuena's come in, and even then, Balbuena didn't have a lot of minutes. But when Balbuena come in that first game, he asserted his authority, and that's what I wanted to see from Diop. Again, he's only young. He can still get better. You know, for me personally, if Balbuena's fit against Chelsea, I would put Balbuena straight back in. But for me, that's just the way I think, in terms of, I don't think Diop done enough in terms of he should start to next game, where Balbuena, when he come in, he did. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Diop. In terms of box number 5, is our attacking play yesterday. I felt it was a little bit too predictable, and this is box number 5. I felt it was a little bit too predictable. In terms of what I mean by that, is that it was a lot of the same patterns of play. We've seen this before. Fulham at home, Aston Villa at home. At the moment, when it comes to playing through the centre of the pitch, when teams are being very compact and they're forcing it out wide, we're struggling a lot to get a certain amount of possession, get the ball in dangerous areas in the centre of the pitch. Right now, all it seems like is we're going from the left back to the centre back to the centre midfielder to the right back, put a cross in. From the right back, transition it all the way to the left back, put a cross in. It's never really play it into a centre attacking midfielder. He gets on a half turn, he dribbles at a Crystal Palace defender, he plays it out wide, we put a cross in. Everything right now, in terms of when we are expected to put our authority onto the game, we do struggle in terms of getting the ball through central areas of the pitch. But when we play teams like Leeds, who had a majority of possession, but they left a lot of space in the middle of midfield, Benrahma was able to get on the ball and drift into little pockets of space. But he wasn't able to do that yesterday against Crystal Palace. As I said, we've seen it against Fulham, seen it against Aston Villa. When teams frustrate us and force us out wide, we're a little bit too predictable in our play. But again, guys, that isn't a critical. That's just something that David Moyes, over time, that'll be an evolution of his tactic. Like, for me, we're very, very good. We're very, very good. We're a very good outfit right now. But how can we improve? For me, I'd like us just to be a little bit less predictable on the ball, in terms of, can we feed it into our striker, who then plays it off to a centre midfield, and we have a little run through the centre of the pitch, similar to what Benrahma done in the first couple of minutes of the first half. You know, that little mazy run he done, that was sort of not out wide, but it was sort of, you know, in the central area of the pitch, and he won a corner. So I want to see more of that, being a little bit less predictable. But guys, that is going to be the end of the video. 5 things we learned from West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 1. Guys, let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos. I feel like, you know, you can properly analyse the game after. I will continue to do match reactions as well. But guys, let me know if you'd like to see more of this. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.